every time he makes a comeback. So he's the comeback man of Indian politics. A bit like Sourav Ganguly in cricket. Every time you thought Sourav Ganguly lost his place in the Indian team, he would come back and score a century. So Chandrababu Naidu, it is a pleasure to have you on The Nation Wants to Know on the Republic Media Network. First of all, thank you very much. You have a very hectic campaigning schedule. So let me begin by thanking you for your time today.
Thank you, sir. Very nice of you to be with you and also to have this occasion for me. Thank you.
Thank you, sir. Chandrababu Naidu ji, I will come to the point, right, headline question right at the start. There are assembly elections in Andhra Pradesh. There are 25 loksabha constituencies which are at stake. So the question is not only how many seats the NDA will get from Andhra Pradesh. The question is whether Chandrababu Naidu and the BJP plus TDP combination will be ruling the state of Andhra Pradesh as well. So since you have always been candid, can you tell me in terms of numbers, not exit polls, in terms of numbers, how are things looking for you in Andhra Pradesh, both in the Lok Sabha level as well as the assembly level?
As you rightly mentioned, both elections are coming simultaneously. 100% we are confident we will win the elections. Public are totally frustrated because of this governance, very bad governance. Everybody is suffering a lot, not only one religion, one region, one section. All people are the victims of this governance. So we are 100% confident that we are going to win 160 plus MLAs and also 24 plus MPs. If possible, 25 we wanted to win MPs.
You're saying that you're going to do a complete and clean sweep of Andhra Pradesh? That seems difficult at the assembly level. You are maybe undermining, maybe you're undermining Jagan, maybe you're undermining the YSRCP, which continues to be a formidable force, Mr. Naidu.
You are right. At the same time, people are fed up with this governance. He asked one chance, they have seen one chance, then people are thinking no chance for him. That is the mood of the state.
Are you so confident because of the Modi factor?
Yeah, both. Modi ji at national level and state level, it will help us because of his governance and also continuation power. People are with him. And at the same time, our people have tested my governance. They are comparing now with past governance and present governance. They are all fed up with this government.
I want to explain to the viewers the significance of what Mr. Chandrababu Naidu is saying right now. Mr. Naidu, you can correct me if I am wrong, but what Chandrababu Naidu is saying is that Andhra Pradesh will be a place, a state, from where the NDA will make maximum gains in Lok Sabha. So towards the Prime Minister's target of 400 par, Andhra Pradesh will provide significant gains. Many people say, will the BJP lose seats in Karnataka? Can the BJP really gain seats in Bengal? But you are saying that if you win 24 of 25, how many more seats compared to last time is that? I mean, if you have to look at TDP and BJP together, in the 2019 Lok Sabha elections, how many seats did you get then?
Three seats.
And BJP?
Now 24. BJP 0. Last time they didn't get. They contested, they didn't get.
So what is being said, and this is a headline moment, what is being said by Chandrababu Naidu is that this time compared to last time, at least 20 more seats for the NDA alliance from Andhra Pradesh. Am I correct, sir?
Yes, sir. You are 100% right.
Let me push you on that a little bit. You said 160 seats in the assembly. But Mr. Chandrababu Naidu, the Modi factor may not apply
Yes.
in the assembly election.
There is a goodwill at national level. NDA government is going to come. At state level, there is a lot of work we have to do. Rebuilding the state, reconstruction of the state, that is the need of the hour. We need center support for the state now. And at the same time, whenever NDA, both BJP and Telugu Desam, we have served the polls. That is 99, 2014. Same thing will repeat now.
Mr. Naidu, I remember, and you're a different kind of politician. You know, I used to follow you with a mic when you were UF spokesperson. You may not remember. I used to stand outside Andhra Bhavan to get a soundbite of Chandrababu Naidu. And the one thing about Chandrababu Naidu, viewers, is that he has non-traditional thinking. So if even in 2017, Mr. Naidu, you had said that you support one nation, one poll. At that point of time, you did not have this alliance with the BJP. But in April 2017, you had said that instead of facing the headache of facing elections every 3 months, every 6 months, it is better to get ready for one nation, one election, which will bring frequent polls to an end. So, you know, you're steady with that thought even
You are
now.
100% right that, yeah. Even now I am with that because we have to spend time only once in 5 years, either parliament and assembly and local bodies, and all elections should be completed within 6 months. Remaining 4.5 years, development, welfare and empowerment of the people, we have to work. That will be the agenda.
Now, Chandrababu Naidu ji, you have also got a fairly strong grip of national politics. And you've been a convener of a national alliance. You are in touch with various parties. At a national level, the question every drawing room is asking right now is, what is the realistic number for the NDA alliance this time? From your reading of the national mood, and you are in touch with, I'm sure, many leaders of different states, how are you seeing the numbers stack up at the national level beyond exit polls?
No, I am confident people wants to have NDA government, that is very clear. Now NDA is planning 400 plus. We are confident we will achieve it.
Every party says it's confident.
And also I am appealing to the people of India.
Yes.
Please.
No, please continue.
Only one thing if you see, I am a strong believer in India will be a global power. So far, Narendra Modi has promoted India and Indians globally very well. And now he is talking about Vikasit Bharat 2047. All Indians, including me, are endorsing his vision. We have to work towards that.
Now,
India is a great nation, great people, very inspiring time.
but what are you benefiting from the BJP? Mr. Naidu, why have you allied with the BJP? Because in Andhra Pradesh last time BJP received less than nota votes. Allow me to complete. Last time the BJP got less than nota votes in the 2019 elections in Andhra Pradesh. They have been trying to improve, but the BJP does not have a very, very, very strong organizational ground presence in Andhra Pradesh. So is it only the Modi factor which is appealing to you? Do you really see this relationship lasting over a long term, over a sustained term, Mr. Naidu? Given that you have also been a person who has been seen to have national ambitions of his own in the past.
No, what I'm saying, one thing you are aware. I have prepared Vision 2020 for the state of Andhra Pradesh in 1999. That Vision 2020 has become a reality today. We have grown beyond that. And at the same time now, country is developing under Narendra Modi's leadership. We people, and also I am one among so many senior leaders of this great nation. We have to contribute to this great nation under his leadership. I am being the regional party president. We will cooperate with them for nation building. And I am having my own, if you see, last time also I worked for under NDA government. Even people of Telugu people community has benefited a lot. Country develop, then states will develop, all communities will develop. This is the analogy we have to work it out. Personal, in politics, what we are doing, only service to the nation and building the nation. Even last time when I was in NDA, never I aspired any position. Even never I accepted any ministerial berths also. Your contribution to the nation is important. That is where I am totally committed. You have seen all my career for the last 40 years. I want to continue my effort for contribution of this great nation, that's all.
I take that, but I need to ask you, Mr. Naidu, that there have been many ups and downs in your relationship with the BJP. In 2019, you had said that aligning with the BJP had been a political compulsion, but forming an anti-BJP front has become a democratic compulsion. So this was 4 or 5 years back. You had said democracy is in danger, central institutions are being demolished, and that's why these forces have come together. In fact, Mr. Naidu, even before Nitish Kumar was being projected as a possible face or leader of an anti-BJP front at a national level, you will remember that people were thinking that you will be the leader at a national level once again and play the kind of role that you played in 99, 2000, 2001. And that was the expectation of several people from you. At that time, you were also expressing some frustration with the BJP. Now, what the nation wants to know, Mr. Naidu, is between 2019 and now, what has changed that has led to your change in perspective? Can you elaborate on this in as much detail as you want for our national audience?
No, you know, in 2019, we demanded for special status. Except special status, we don't have any reservations or any differences with BJP or NDA. 2014 bifurcation is a painful process. At that time, they promised special status. We tried, but we could not get it. And at the same time, 2019, Jagan has been elected as Chief Minister. He has destroyed total ecosystem of development. He borrowed 14 lakh crores as debt by pledging government properties, collectorates, hospitals, like this, Raitu Bazaars. So many things he has done. Now, in Andhra Pradesh, there is no democracy also. All these things happened. Now it is, as a matter of fact, to protect the Telugu community. I wanted to associate with NDA and develop this nation. Even for the last 10 years, if you see the track record, Narendra Modi ji has done extremely well globally and also nationally. We wanted to contribute for our side what all possible.
Mr. Naidu, now I want to bring you into the issue of your extremely argumentative, friction-based and difficult equation with with Jagan. I have seen in the course of my career many relationships where political allies have a go at each other, they attack each other. But I think you are one of the few examples where the fight between you and Jagan is very, very personal. Very personal. He is much younger to you. He is an entrant into politics much later, but he says that you have tied up with BJP because you are a zero. I'm just using his words. Please don't mind. He says that why is Chandrababu Naidu afraid? Why is Chandrababu Naidu afraid? And because he is afraid, he is forming alliances. Chandrababu Naidu is arrested with no tires, seeking support from other political parties. He is a zero, and if he forms alliances with other parties, the final result will also be a big zero. Why this kind of extreme feeling that he has about you? What has gone wrong in your relationship with Jagan?
No.
You knew his father quite well.
No, can you...
You knew his father quite well. You had a working equation with his father.
You know Yeah. No, both Rajsekhar Reddy, his father and me are friends. During 80s, we were ministers. We are together. We are close friends. Then we differed each other because I joined Telugu Desam. He was in Congress. I became Chief Minister in 1995. Rajsekhar Reddy became Chief Minister in 2004. You know my performance, my contribution to this great nation and to the Telugu community. Nobody so far, any time, made any allegations or corruption on me. You are aware of that. I got so many opportunities. I kept always, I want to be clean, honest, and at the same time, good governance for the people. But Jagan, I have seen so many chief ministers. I was chief minister. I was sometimes opposition leader. 14 years chief minister. 15 years opposition leader. My party is in power for 22 years. Now we are going to come as chief minister. All these things are okay. But never I have seen this type of chief minister who is indictive and mentally imbalanced and harass people and destroy everybody. Not only me, all political parties, even public, even everything is destroyed. If you see, all our institutions have been destroyed totally. Even Amaravati, what is the sin Amaravati has done? We need capital. After 10 years, there is no capital today. If I ask why you are doing all these things, no, I want to do 3 capitals. Then naturally we have to oppose in the interest of the public. Then we are all enemies for him. Is it right? Even Polavaram, he destroyed Polavaram. That is the very, very interesting, important project for Andhra Pradesh. If you complete Polavaram and linking all rivers, every acre of land we can give water. He destroyed and also he damaged that project. Now we opposed. We are enemies for him. Can you imagine this? We are in politics, no enemies in politics. We will differ policies. If you think anybody will differ with him on public policy and public issue, he is treating them enemies and declaring war. That is the biggest challenge people are facing in Andhra Pradesh. I have seen so many chief ministers, I have worked with so many leaders, national leaders, never have faced this type of problem.
But you just called him mentally imbalanced. Is that not too extreme a comment? To call the Chief Minister of Andhra Pradesh mentally imbalanced, that's very strong language coming from a person like you.
No, what I'm saying, you can go through all his actions for the last 5 years. We are all the sufferers. There is any truth, anybody can take action. There is no truth. You will do all these things. What can we say? I am telling you an example. One weaver one Mr. Subbarao in Ontimetta, Kadapa district, his own district. His land has been changed on online. He had some debt. He want to sell that land and repay and educate his children. Now, after seeing that record change, he went to everybody. Then nobody supported him. Finally, he was frustrated and committed suicide by putting his head in rail track. His wife and daughter has taken poison and they died. Can you imagine this type of problems? Even one Mrs. Lakshmi came to Delhi. He cut her finger, showing that so much of injustice in Andhra Pradesh. She was not repenting for cutting her finger, but she is saying so much of injustice. We have to correct all these things. I came here to represent to PM and also President of India and also Honorable Chief Justice, but I couldn't meet them. To protest I have done. That is the peak of frustration level in Andhra Pradesh. Every citizen is facing.
Are you bitter or angry because you went to jail for 53 days in the skill development scam?
No, I'm not angry.
Are you bitter, angry? How does it change your public profile?
You know me very well.
Yeah.
So what I'm saying, I'm not at all bitter. I'm not at all agitated. For a right, I didn't commit any mistake. Nation knows. People all over the world demonstrated. People in Andhra and Telangana, they fought. Even national level, everybody supported me. They know my character. But unnecessarily I suffered. But in democracy, as usual, this type of politicians will come. All these things will happen.
Mr. Naidu,
if they establish any case, I'm telling you, if they establish any case, they have to educate the people. They have to tell to the people, this is the mistake he has committed.
Okay, so, Mr. Naidu, the viewers will say even Arvind Kejriwal says that. What Mr. Naidu is saying, even Kejriwal says that. If Kejriwal comes out tomorrow, he will say the same thing. What's the difference between the two cases?
No, No, you can go through records. You can go through records. You can go through the procedure, what he has done. Personally, you can go through and tell to the nation which is right, which is wrong. I don't want to talk about the case details because it is pending in the court.
Mr. Naidu, a very big issue in the national picture, and I'm keeping on coming back to the national picture because actually, I believe you have a good sense of national politics and a very good sense of national politics. And I remember the times when even Harkishan Singh Surjit used to take your advice, Mulayam Singh Yadav used to take your advice, Deve Gowda used to take your advice, and I.K. Gujral, it is believed, used to take decisions only after speaking to you. So you have a fairly good sense of national politics. So the big issue in national politics nowadays, Mr. Naidu, is that North versus South. And there are some people who are putting a narrative that South will go anti-Modi, even if North goes pro-Modi, even if Bengal goes more pro-Modi, even if Assam goes pro-Modi, South will go anti-Modi. This is the narrative being put to bifurcate in a way North from South politically. As one of India's most prominent leaders from the South, how do you view this analysis which has been doing the rounds quite a lot of late in the English media?
No, you are aware, always in South India, we used to have more regional parties base. In Tamil Nadu, DMK, ADMK from the beginning, decades together. And also Andhra Pradesh, for the 4 decades, regional party and national party, afterwards regional parties. Karnataka also regional party, then national parties. That is how it has happened. Even in Kerala, left and LDF and UDF combinations. That is the political situation in South India. But at the same time, If you see now, Karnataka BJP is having fair chances, Telangana, even Andhra Pradesh, we are working together. So this is where always power has to be balanced as far as possible. In course of time, all these things are going to happen. What you are expecting, development is uniform, but we have to respect each other. All parts of the nation, we have to work together, overall building of the great nation. That is my view.
So this north-south divide, you don't think is going to be there when the results come on the 4th of June?
That is,
do you think BJP can make inroads into not just Andhra, for example, into Tamil Nadu, where they are putting a lot of emphasis? I mean, is it possible for the BJP to be accepted in the southern states? That's my question to you, on its own and also in conjunction with allies.
No, with alliance, naturally yes. On its own, some other states yes. Some other states, LDF, UDF in Kerala and also Tamil Nadu, very peculiar situation. Then how things are going to happen, we have to watch.
Mr. Naidu, last question. In the middle of the election, I'm sure you're working very, very, very hard on the ground, and you must, I mean, you get a thrill with campaigning, meeting people. Do you speak to the Prime Minister? Are you in touch with him? Do you speak on the phone? Do you connect? Are there people in the party who speak to you? How do you coordinate at the day-to-day level?
No, very cordial atmosphere, very harmonious relations. I speak very occasionally. I speak to Amit Shah ji, Nadda ji, and senior leaders in the party. We are all working together. Even last time when Modi ji has come to Guntur district, we had a discussion with him personally also. We are maintaining very good relations and very, very cordial relations, I can say.
And last question, Mr. Naidu. This is not a trick question, but this is how I was thinking. You know, before the announcement of your alliance, there was a time when there was this vote in the new parliament, and Jagan was also supporting BJP. You were also supporting BJP. So long term, is it possible for two parties to be supporting? I mean, you are in an alliance, Jagan is not. But what will Jagan's play be at the national level? Is it possible for both the parties to be supporting the BJP at the national level? Because 4 months back, people used to say, which party will BJP tie up with? And the whole game changer was when you tied up. Many people were surprised. Till last minute, you know, people were guessing what this alliance, who will win the alliance. So how do you read that situation, Mr. Naidu?
No, you know very well, not now, from the beginning for the last 4 decades, Telugu Desam and BJP used to work together. Before NDA, even after NDA, we are working together in so many occasions. This is natural allies. We used to work together, overall benefit of the nation and also overall benefit of the state. That is how things happened. Today also same thing is happening. He supported central government. It is only association, or you can say anything, condition support or support. Now we are having alliance. Always with alliance, we will have more responsibility to support each other and also building the nation and also state. So that is the relations we are maintaining today.
Well, Mr. Naidu, always a privilege and a pleasure speaking to you. I wish you all the best. And I hope that if I come to Andhra, I will have the opportunity to watch you on the campaign trail. Thank you very much, Mr. Naidu. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you, sir. Thank you.
Co-powered by Simpolo Tiles and Bathware.
चल हो जा शुरू
From From the Delhi studios of Republic TV, it's time for the debate.
Good evening and welcome, viewers. One more time, and the final time. The Supreme Court has demolished the EVM doubters. Viewers, I went to vote today. I went to vote so proudly because I believe in my democracy. And I, like everyone, found the process extremely transparent. And 100% of you feel the same way. If 5 frustrated individuals and 2 good-for-nothing NGOs want to plant a seed of doubt in your mind about EVMs, the Supreme Court has told them today to take a walk. I'm not using impolite language. Ladies and gentlemen, Harish Salve no less, who has had a long history with the case, will explain to you tonight why you must never doubt or suspect our own electoral system. I'm proud he's joining me tonight. This system is what makes us stand apart as a democracy. And only those playing to foreign agendas, only those who are anti-India, will try and erode your faith in a system that makes us stand apart. Ladies and gentlemen, we debate that tonight, once and for a final time. Ladies and gentlemen, Harish Salve is joining me. Debate number 1 tonight is on EVMs and what the Supreme Court said on EVMs and VVPATs. And it's not so complicated as you think, and Harish Salve will explain to you about that. We have Mahesh Jetmalani on a debate after that as well. Ladies and gentlemen, big debate on that this evening. And it's at 9:20. And in case you want to know how the elections are going, who better to tell you than one of the stars of Indian politics, Himanta Biswa Sarma, Assam Chief Minister, top BJP leader, is joining me live at 10 o'clock tonight, straight from his party headquarters. And yes, it's a packed show at 10:25. Chandrababu Naidu on the hot seat with me, giving his sense of where the elections are going. So it's a packed and unmissable show, and here are the headlines this Friday evening on the debate tonight. Huge setback for the EVM doubters. Supreme Court rejects the plea for paper ballot, says cannot blindly distrust the system.
कोर्ट ने मतपेटियों को लूटने का इरादा रखने वालों को ऐसा करारा तमाचा मारा है, ये अब मुंह ऊंची करके देख नहीं पाएंगे जी.
On the campaign trail, the Prime Minister calls out the EVM cynics, says the top court of the country has delivered a jolt to the vote looters. CBI recovers arms ammunition from Shah Jahan's aide in Sandesh Khali. Meanwhile, the Bengal government moves the Supreme Court against the High Court order directing a CBI probe. Polling day violence in West Bengal's Balurghat. BJP State President Shukanto Mojumdar gheraued by TMC workers.
SC, ST, OBC के लिए सुरक्षित है, उसे लोग धर्म के आधार पर बांटने का प्रयास कर रहे हैं. टीएमसी और कांग्रेस के जोड़े रखने का सबसे बड़ा चुंबक है तुष्टीकरण.
The Muslim reservation row gets bigger. The PM hits out, says the Congress must stop appeasement politics. And the race for the mega 2024 poll battle intensifies. Larger voter turnout registered in phase 2 of polling today. significant development as the country voted in the second phase of the 2024 Lok Sabha elections. The Supreme Court has given EVMs a big vote of confidence. The top court bench has rejected the petitions seeking 100% verification of votes cast on EVMs using VVPATs. It's called for trust in the Election Commission. Let's debate.
राजा की आत्मा ईवीएम में है, राजा की आत्मा ईवीएम में है।
आज सुप्रीम कोर्ट ने ऐसा करारा तमाचा मारा है, ये अब मुंह ऊंची करके देख नहीं पाएंगे जी।
The Supreme Court has wrapped EVM cynics, dismissing pleas seeking 100% VVPAT EVM verification. The top High Court has observed, nurturing culture of trust will help strengthen democracy.
For the very first time, the top court highlights through its judgment vested interest group motives. Para 5 says a trend has been fast developing of certain vested interest groups endeavoring to undermine the achievements of the nation earned through the hard work and dedication of its sincere workforce. They've also said in Para 28, mere suspicion is not sufficient ground for the petitions to be maintainable. The highlights of this judgment that has rejected the petition seeking 100% verification of the data in the EVMs is clear. While coming down heavily on the petitioners, the SC bats for democracy.
The apex court has called out the skepticism of EVM doubters. Top jurists have slammed the opposition.
This is now, an attempt to cast doubt on an inevitable verdict. These people are just sort of, laboring their case and repeatedly making attempts to, get some order which casts aspersion on our electoral system.
PM Modi has reprimanded the Indie bloc for misleading people.
इंडी गठबंधन के हर नेता ने ईवीएम को लेकर जनता के मन में संदेह पैदा करने का पाप किया है, लेकिन आज देश के लोकतंत्र की ताकत देखिए। आज सुप्रीम कोर्ट ने मतपेटियों को लूटने का इरादा रखने वालों को ऐसा करारा तमाचा मारा है, ऐसा करारा तमाचा मारा है, ये अब मुंह ऊंची करके देख नहीं पाएंगे।
But the Indie alliance continues to cry foul despite scathing observations by the top court.
इस बार नहीं, चलिए अगली बार कोशिश तो हमारी जारी रहेगी कि तमाम वीवीपैट्स जो हैं उनको जो है रिकंसाइल करके ही इलेक्शन का नतीजा जो है वो डिक्लेयर किया जाना चाहिए।
ये लड़ाई लंबी है। माननीय सुप्रीम कोर्ट का जो भी फैसला है उसको अंततः सब स्वीकार करेंगे, लेकिन लड़ाई रुकेगी नहीं।
Why is the opposition still in denial mode? Let's debate.
Our executive editor Rhythm Anand Bhardwaj and I are joined by India's topmost jurist, senior advocate and King's Counsel Harish Salve joining us from London this evening. Mr. Salve, you have a history with the case. I need you to explain this once and for all for people. And let me tell you frankly, Mr. Salve, if I can be a little informal about it, I'm fed up about this constant questioning of the EVM system. I went to vote today, Mr. Salve. And I found the process so smooth, and I found everyone who was coming out in a jiffy, happy with a smile. You could see who you had punched your vote for. You could see the VVPAT slip. But when we see these people, even in the second phase of voting, trying to cast aspersions, what is the intention? Let's go to the intention here before I go into your history with the case. Mr. Salve.
Did you, when casting your votes, see how the names are arrayed?
Yes, I did.
They're alphabetical?
Pardon me, no. Alphabetical.
It's candidate-wise, right?
Candidate-wise, yeah. It's not in alphabetical order, no.
No, the candidates' name are written one after the other.
Yeah.
So BJP or Congress could be in one constituency the 4th, in another constituency the 7th, in some other constituency the number 9th button. Correct?
Yes.
It's not that the same political party will have the same button all the time. Correct? Let's start from there.
Yes.
So the suggestion that the machine is rigged, that any button you press, number 4 will get pressed, may actually end up with all independents getting elected. You know, I mean,
that's true actually. Yeah.
This challenge had come up, exactly this challenge, in 2019. One thing, Arnab, you asked me the motive. I want to put a doubt. This is the season of creating doubts. Let me create a doubt.
God, yes.
Why is it that when every time happens, there is an American expert?
American expert?
There is a 2019, there was an American expert who said, I can hack this machine. When Hindenburg happens, there is an American report.
Oh, that's right.
When human rights abuses happen in India, there is an American
angle.
Always. No, there's always a foreign expert.
Oh,
of course, nobody tells you that we feed information to a selected person, he gives a report and then we present it. This is what goes on in all these.
You're right, you're right.
Now what happened in 2019 and what happened this time? And that's why I feel the Honorable Prime Minister and your sanguine hope that this is the last you've seen of this may not be true. 2019, the Election Commission declared what they called a hackathon. They said, come along and hack it.
Yeah.
Mr. Kejriwal's party sent somebody. I think the American expert or his friend, somebody came. And he said, I have to take the machine home. And he came with a machine which was hacked.
Yeah.
So the short answer was yes. If you change the motherboard, you can change it, right?
Yeah.
So,
anyone can. You can. Rhythm can.
Correct. At home.
Rhythm can. Who can't operate a cell phone properly, even she can.
Correct. But what did they say? That anybody can run away with this machine and fix it and come back. So we said, that's not what you are saying. You're saying it can be hacked. I remember settled the counter affidavit of the Election Commission for the Supreme Court in 2019, I think, or maybe 2018, 2019. And that is when I was educated on how this machine works. It is not connected to the internet. It has no Bluetooth connectivity.
Right.
Its connection to the printer with the VVPAT is by a cable. So there is no way in which you can, to use digital language, talk to this machine. Secondly, and I'm again speaking of memory, these machines are all stored in a warehouse. When the stores are opened and the machines are taken out, the representatives of political parties are invited. The machines are first jumbled up and made into separate lots and sent. If it is a state election, the requisite machines are sent to the state. If it's a Lok Sabha election, phase-wise, the machines are sent to the states where the elections are going to be held. When they reach there, those boxes are opened, again, presence of political parties, representatives. The machines are jumbled up. And then they are taken for programming constituency-wise, because as you saw, every constituency will have different names of candidates. And therefore, the button for a political party will depend on what the list looks like. That is done in the presence when it is dispatched, and then the machines are received. A trial run is conducted of the machines. The machines work well, and then the machines are deployed for elections. The VVPAT is what we call a belt and braces provision. It is just to make sure nothing goes wrong. And the Election Commission has clarified there has never been a discrepancy between the VVPAT and the machine. That is yet another falsehood being perpetrated. So I fail to understand on what basis are these doubts created. Once again, the same story, the machine can be hacked. somebody can fiddle with the machine, somebody can do this, somebody can do that. But you know what gives away this time? What gives away the game? Let's go back to paper voting. Why? Because Germany has paper voting, right?
Yeah.
Germany has paper voting. England has paper voting. How different is the culture and the ecosystem here? In England, every citizen of the Commonwealth who pays tax is entitled to vote. So I have a vote in England. I will be voting for the House of Commons here when the elections are held. I'll walk up to the polling station. They're all having tea, coffee. A handful of people show up. They ask for your name. I have never been asked for an identity. They take your word for it. You give your vote. You come away. This is the ecosystem. This is the culture here. This is the ambience in which voting is held. Can you compare this to the rough and tumble of Indian elections? So, you know, when people give these kind of examples, wonder. And they are not uneducated people.
And
they know it.
I tell you.
This is basically putting the country's democracy in a question mark. We have people who go and conduct seminars. I'm not naming anybody. They are very eminent people, extremely, extremely clever and wise, who go and conduct seminars with students of Oxford and Cambridge, run India down. There are people who go and give speeches all over the world and say Indian democracy is dead, Indian constitution is dead, India has dictatorship, including those whose family had imposed emergency, make these kind of speeches. So, you know, this has been going on to pull India down. And today, I have said this before on your channel, and I repeat this, Arnab. Today, when I walk on the streets of this city, people look up to me as an Indian. There was a time when people smile derisively at you. Today, people look up to you. There are some people who are not happy with this.
We're proud of that.
And there are some people who are not happy.
We're proud of that. We're proud of that. Mr. Salve, and we're proud of that. I mean, let me tell you, and I put the next question to Rhythm, just something anecdotal. Today when I was going there to vote, and there was this school where I was voting, and there were all the teachers there and all the people there who were standing up in the different booths, you know, where you're voting. And I asked them, and I thanked them after casting my vote. I said, you are doing such a great service for the country, such a great service for the country. And they said with a big smile on their face, this is what we feel so proud doing. And some of them told me that Arnab ji, आज हम सुबह 4 बजे आ गए, 4 बजे पहुंच गए इस प्रक्रिया को सुरक्षित करने के लिए, उस पूरे प्रक्रिया को में कुछ हमारे योगदान के लिए. So when you see that sense of pride and then you see the cynics, I don't understand. Now,
so this is what is happening. People are not happy that India has reached where India has reached.
Correct.
And that is why this is putting your whole system in a question.
In a question mark. And I want to put the next question to Rhythm, because Rhythm, I think we must push Mr. Salve more on that point. It's going viral already. He is saying, why is it that there is always an American behind the doubters? There's always, you know, when Kejriwal, this 2019 case has said it's very easy to hack the machine, there was an American who said, I can hack it. And Mr. Salve appeared, I think, before the Election Commission or for the Election Commission.
The Supreme Court.
Yeah, and he appeared before the Supreme Court and he said...
defending Election Commission.
Defending the Election Commission. And later also, now we find many American interests, American publications, Western publications questioning our process. So maybe you can follow through with him on that. Rhythm.
Sure. Mr. Salve, like
I will just add one
question
thing.
we need.
Somebody recently told me, your India is not giving a fair chance to all political opponents to contest elections. I said, yes, we are following in America's footsteps. See what you're doing to Trump.
Mr. Salve, very interestingly, like what Arnab said, and I want to tell you today, para 5 of the judgment of Justice Datta is so clear. He says, I have serious doubts as regards the bona fides of the Petitioner Association. This is the Petitioner Association, the Association for Democratic Reforms, allegedly a non-profit organization, allegedly activists and allegedly lawyers who state in the Supreme Court that EVMs are not correct. My question here is, this is not the first case that you and I have seen in the Supreme Court where NGOs are misusing the work they have, but the Supreme Court also says vested interest groups that are trying to undermine the achievements of the nation should stop. There seems to be a concerted effort to discredit, diminish, and weaken the progress of our nation. Sir, when is it, do you think, the NGOs and the scam of the NGOs that's been exposed now is going to end?
Have you done your research to find out who are the members of the Association of Democratic Reform?
I actually did just before coming on the show.
It's a very high-sounding name. Who are they?
Well, there are a couple of activists. There are some lawyers. Some
Name
judges.
them, Rhythm.
Okay, the lawyer for them is Prashant Bhushan, whom Mr. Salve
Exactly.
is always berating India.
Always.
And
Always.
even the Supreme Court today, he spoke.
I'm asking you for a reason. There was a PIL filed based again on a draft CAG report when Reliance had been given the geo license for 1,800 crores. And this is when the license was minus the spectrum, despite which Reliance had to pay 1,800 crores because the government said we yet have to fix the price. After which the price has been fixed on the license, it's I think 100 crores or 200 crores. But again, on the draft CIG report, a writ petition had been filed by the Center for Public Interest Litigation. It came up before Chief Justice Thakur's bench. He said, please explain to me what is this Center for Public Interest Litigation? I can understand an environmental association or a gender protection association or a rivers protection association filing a PIL. What is this Center for Public Interest Litigation? Who decides which cases to bring? So he gave the name of late Mr. Anil Diwan, late Mr. Fali Nariman, and 4 or 5 others. Promptly the next day, then he said, Chief Justice asked him, have all of them seen and approved your petition? There was no answer, and I do remember Mr. Anil Diwan and Mr. Nariman made statements next day saying, we are no party to this.
Very important, very important.
So please check who are the high-sounding names in this association and how many of them are willing to put their name on a challenge to EVMs. Please ask them next time.
Yes.
And the American
How many
angle.
of them are willing to say that an unknown American expert or some unknown expert somewhere is saying that the Indian elections are a third-rate process because they are all based on a machine.
But who's paying these American? No, who's paying these American experts?
Please find out. And also, and if they are doing it pro bono, it's worse because that means somebody is paying them and they are not disclosing.
Yeah, there's no such thing as a free lunch.
Yeah, and you were just running a clip of somebody saying, "Kya kiski jaan EVM mein?" It's a very derisive comment.
Very, very, very.
Correct? Now, what is the message you are giving to the world? People, as it is, hate the fact that you have a stable democracy. I am telling you, in UK today, one of the biggest concerns is how stable is the government. Italy governments keep falling. Germany governments are in problem. They envy the stable government we have had for 10 years.
Oh, yeah.
They envy the stability of political. You may like Indian policies, you may dislike them, you can attack a policy,
Yes,
criticize it, condemn it.
Yeah.
But there is political stability, there is certainty.
True that.
And people are envious of that.
Absolutely.
So they want to say, oh, but because you're a banana republic, your elections are all rigged. What's this big story about Indian democracy? So that is really what is going on. And I'm sorry, we Indians are the first ones standing in queue to throw bricks on our own face.
Next pen. Absolutely. Yes, Rhythm.
Mr. Salve, if I can ask you one more question. There have been several cases that you've appeared in the Supreme Court. There was a Chhattisgarh case we all remember. It was about certain Naxalites and protection. At that time also, there were certain people who were brought on record. That time there was an Australian, I believe, expert who was brought in. The questions that need to be asked to them is, are they so bothered about human rights in their own country before they come to ours and question ours in the top court?
I'll tell you, now that you're provoking me, I will tell you. I was appearing for the Chhattisgarh government. There was a lady petitioner, I don't want to name her. She had a different name from the author of an article in Hindu. Later on, my clients, the government said, sir, do you know her husband writes articles and the wife files petitions? And in the course of the hearing, one of their lawyers, who is one of these activist lawyers, walks in with some people, says, look at these people, they will tell you, they're telling the judges, what is going on, and they were not even allowed to enter. And I said, who are these gentlemen? They were obviously not Indian, they were foreign. And he said, they are from Australia Broadcasting Corporation. I said, first, please ask them if they have ever made a study of what happened to the Aboriginals in Australia, of what happens in the outback of Australia to people who are treated badly. I mean, Australia has serious problems. Every country has serious problems. Have they ever studied all that? No. They are not interested in their own country. The Americans are not interested about what's happening to the original American, the what we call the Red Indians. They are not interested in that. They're interested in India. They're interested in Indian tribals. What about their own country? Their own country, when white people went and settled at tribals, what's happened to them? Why don't you worry about that? Why don't you stop worrying about Indian tribals? We are good enough to take care of our own. So, this goes on all the time.
Absolutely. Well, Mr. Harish Salvi, you put it excellently in perspective. And you've also given a very, very interesting spin to it, where you have said that there's always this American angle. And I'm of the view, Mr. Salvi, some international random expert in some random place making a random allegation.
And see what happened in Hindenburg. An Indian company, which has a global reputation, took a banging.
Which has strategic interests, which has strategic value for India globally, which is doing business in Central Asia and in the Gulf region, in the Middle East, with Israel, that is critical to India's strategic interests, is targeted.
Then you feed information.
Yeah.
You feed information, that comes back and you produce it at their report.
Correct.
So, these are things where, trouble is we blink at it, we move on, and again the next petition will come with similar allegations.
No, as I conclude,
you must run this to the ground.
No, we have to. We will. I mean, if anybody will, Republic will. We are very categorical about this. I've stuck my neck out on it, Mr. Salvi, throughout. Throughout. And I feel so proud when I go to the voting booth, Mr. Salvi. And I thank you for putting it in perspective. You've been fighting this since in 2019 and before, and you played a stellar role as usual, Harish Salvi. Thank you for setting up the debate from Rhythm and me. I'm joined by, right now I've got on the debate, Kapil Madan and Ishkaran. Ishkaran, is this the end of it? Are they going to learn a lesson? Stop here?
One would hope so, that they have learned the lesson, but prior record says they keep trying to do this. At last count, they have tried it 40 times. So what happens is, anytime something does not go in their favor, as the election results don't tend to go in their favor, then they start blaming the CAG. Arnab, I remember your debates on the time when you were exposing the corruption. That time they were in power, they blamed CAG. Now they're out of power, they blame the CBI, the ED, the CAG, the Election Commission, the EVM. It's a very long list of people they blame, except their leadership. When they don't get the votes, then they blame the voting public, call it Hindutwadi public. So there is no person they will not blame except themselves, their leadership.
Now
specifically on EVM.
What Kapil said the last time he came, what Kapil said the last time he came is, Arnab, has the court given a verdict? And I said, no, but I know the observational direction of the court. And he said, you know nothing. But today, I knew the observational direction of the court and I know the verdict. And I expect this to be a full stop now, Kapil.
Can I, I'll make a few quick.
No, first you concede I was right.
So Arnab, allow me to make my point, and then you may draw conclusions. So I would like to first highlight what Mr. Salve said, and I was quite amused and I was quite astonished, because Mr. Salve made a very naive argument when he said that if there are different serial number mentioned for a respective party person who is contesting, then how could it be possible that the vote will go to the BJP? So I will just decode this argument and I'll explain the fallacy of this argument. Now, for example, if I save your number with 5 different names, so when I I call maybe A, B, C, and against A, B, C I have your number feed, the call will go to whom? Call will go only to Arnab. Maybe I have saved it by the name of Ishkaran, maybe I have saved it by the name of Rhythm, maybe by Abhishek, but the call will go to him. So
Don't plant a seed of doubt like this.
No, I am sorry.
Arnab.
No, I'm making a logical argument, Arnab. I mean, I know you don't have patience to hear logical argument, but that's the reality of it. And allow me to, please make my point. Now, my second point is,
The Supreme Court said there's no logic in your argument.
Arnab, please hold on. So, Arnab, if you read para 76 of the Supreme Court judgment,
para 76 hai?
So,
I'm so fed up when you talk like
I am
this.
sorry, you don't have para 76.
I am so fed up when you talk like this, I have everything. I have para 64, para 53 and para 76. Don't ever question my research.
What is para 76?
I have para 76.
Let me tell you. You read para 76, there are two directions given in para 76 in A and B. Let me first quote direction number B. Direction number B says, the Election Commission will ensure that 5% of the chips will be preserved and will be sent for testing if someone makes an application to check the correctness and the veracity of it. Now,
go for a bit, yeah.
So the Honorable Supreme Court was conscious of the fact that there could be a situation where the machines were not working properly, maybe deliberately or maybe inadvertently, we don't know. But Supreme Court has very...
First of all, no, first of all, this is, no, absolutely not. The gentleman in question says, Arnab, do you know para 76? Do you say para 76? He tries to impress people. He tries to tell people that Arnab does not know para 76. He tries to say, Siddharth, I don't know para 76. He has the temerity to say on national television that Arnab Goswami doesn't know what is out there in a Supreme Court verdict.
It is shattered. Your premise of your debate goes.
Para
76.
I think you are being absolutely ridiculous when you're coming out with such a blasé argument today.
What is 76B?
If there any lawyer was to actually hear you,
क्यों बताए 76B? क्यों बताए 76B?
So why would you not read para 76B? Why would you not read para 76B? Please give me one reason. Give me one good reason.
I'll give him a good reason. I'll give him a good reason. Now I have got Mahesh Jetmalani also there. No, 1 minute. Mahesh, hi. I'm being troubled by this young man, so I'll settle with him and then I'm coming to you in a minute. All right, Mahesh, this is my moment. He comes on my program, Mahesh, and he says, with a wizened air about him, Arnab, do you know para 76B? And he thinks like all those Lutyens anchors who don't know their homework. I'll say, no, I don't know para 76B, kindly guide me. Not only do I know para 76B, Mahesh, but I will now deal with Kapil and then come with you. I know para 75, I know para 64, I know para 16. Para 76B says, can I have Kapil as I'm giving him a class 3 classroom lesson? Para 76 says that please load the symbol loading units in a container, right? And please take care of them. Para 75 on the contrary says, Siddharth, para 75 says that we have conducted a very detailed review of the system. And it says, in our opinion, EVMs are simple, they are secure, they are user-friendly, voter, candidate, representative officials are all aware of the nitty-gritty. The incorporation of VVPAT system fortifies the principle of vote verifiability, thereby enhancing the overall accountability of the electoral process. And this man, Siddharth, questions me on the basis of the succeeding para 76. He does not talk about para 75. And hence he is guilty of facetious deception. Condemn him, Siddharth. Condemn him in unequivocal terms tonight. Condemn Kapil. Condemn Kapil for misleading the people. Condemn him, Siddharth.
You may have few more senior
Take him to the cleaners tonight, Siddharth. Come on.
Yeah, Arnab, forgive me, we are on ground campaigning, so I was not able to hear or see the earlier part of the debate. I think it was with Harish Salveji.
Yes.
So forgive me if I make a few repetitions because I was not aware of what happened between in that debate. So I think your the headline is absolutely right. SC, the Supreme Court backs EVM.
Yes.
So the moot question here is that who wanted the EVM to be sacked in the first place? That is the basic question here. Now, as far as EVM versus ballot is concerned, this issue was fathered by none other than Mr. L.K. Advani, Mr. GVL Narasimha Rao, Mr. Dr. Subramaniam Swamy, and the then Gujarat Chief Minister, Mr. Narendra Modi, all from BJP. So basically, BJP cannot disown or abandon its own child. Now, what essentially has happened is that BJP is straddled by a huge albatross. Once an adulterer, always under suspicion. Within months
What under suspicion? By whom, Baba?
I'll come to that. That's why.
By whom, Baba? 1 minute.
Forgive me, Arnab. I asked for a little bit of margin today because I was not aware of what happened earlier. So I'll just finish it off in 10 seconds. I'll not take much more time. Within months of BJP robbing votes of opposition in Chandigarh, it went ahead and swindled the votes of its own supporters in its own citadel of Surat. So basically, as per BJP, there is no need for EVM. There is no need for people to vote.
So that is a completely
BJP
different matter. There's no link between the Surat the thing and this, please. There's no link between Surat and EVM and VVPAT. What are you holding? Why are you holding up a Republic story on Republic World?
Exactly.
Giving free publicity to my website. Don't mind. I don't mind. Carry on.
No.
Carry on. Please give free publicity.
No, it's not free publicity. It's a very relevant fact that
I know we put relevant articles on. Yeah.
Exactly. So what I'm quoting here is that essentially what has really happened is that if the entire process of EVM being tampered with was so right, why did today's Supreme Court say the symbol loading unit has to be preserved for 45 days henceforth from the present 1 day as it is today? Why now 5% of booths will be verified instead of 5 booths, a net increase of nearly threefold? Why now second and third place candidates are given?
So now you are happy or not? Now you are happy or not? Are you still unhappy?
My last 10 seconds, I'll rest my case. It clearly shows that democracy and transparency are not stone monoliths etched forever. Rather, they are a very democratic interplay between people, technology, and dynamics. And justice needs to be done. It has to also seem to be done. I think what the Supreme Court has today done is that if we see the entire EVM process, earlier when the EVM first came in, there was no VVPAT. Then the VVPAT came in. After the VVPAT came in, there was no counting. Then the counting started. After the counting, there was only 5% counting, 5 booths counting. Now it is 5% of counting. Earlier, there was no challenge by the second or third place candidates who wanted to challenge. Now it is. So I think it is a democratic evolutionary process. And anybody who, in a democracy, anybody can, I think what Supreme Court has done is that
so in sum total,
it is also seeming to be
sum total rhythm. Sum total, okay, we are a Darwinian evolutionary process all going on, no problem. Sum total is now will they be happy? Now if Modi wins a big mandate, will they still say something? So your first question to Mahesh Jethmalani right now. Ladies and gentlemen, we've had a great run tonight. We have started with Harish Salve. We are on a political debate. And now we have a take from Mahesh Jethmalani. Rhythm, over to you for the first question to Mr. Jethmalani.
Mr. Jethmalani, as you are joining us today, I think the one thing that we need to set clear is the 2 judgments by Justice Datta and by Justice Khanna are absolutely clear when they say that democracy needs to be upheld. They've said and pinpointed for the first time, I think, ever that vested interests need to stop because our democracy cannot function in this manner. I think one of the very important things that is missed by the naysayers and the political people here who are trying to politicize the issue is that the 2024 general election has to be having an expenditure of 1 lakh crore. They said there are 10 lakh polling booths that are required to be set up. Voting booths will be set up, as you said, Mr. Jethmalani, earlier, in the furthest of villages at the foothills of the Himalayan mountains, as well as the delta of the Sundarbans, which are only accessible through boats. These people are trying to undermine the EVMs that are going to really show and highlight India's democracy at its best.
Rhythm, Kapil Mishra read out a paragraph, a very selective paragraph 76, and also a misconceived one, right? Let me just give you, right? Let's have the resounding verdict of the court in its own words. All right? This is Justice Dipankar Datta's observations.
Yeah.
It is of immediate relevance to note that in recent years, a trend has been fast developing of certain vested interest groups endeavoring to undermine the achievements and accomplishments of the nation earned through the hard work and dedication of its sincere workforce. He further observed that there seemed to be a concerted effort to discredit, diminish and weaken the progress of India on every possible frontier, and such effort has to be nipped in the bud, he said. Then he says, no constitutional court, far less this court, would allow such attempt to succeed as long as the court has a say in the matter.
Yeah.
I have serious doubt, please note, as regards the bona fides of the petitioning association.
Yeah, absolutely.
When it seeks a reversion to the old order.
That is the point you need to think about.
The ballot paper system where the Lalus of this world and the Mamta Banerjees would use their goons to booth capture through acute violence.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
That is what Prashant Bhushan and his association wants. They want a subversion of democracy while claiming they want to uphold it. They are fraudsters. I say that this petition was a manifest fraud attempted to be perpetrated on the court, and the Supreme Court nipped it in the bud.
Yes, that's very big,
the final. This is the final. Justice Datta said that any suggestion to revert to a paper ballot system of voting appeared inexplicable. It is only improvements in EVMs or even a better system that people would look forward to in the ensuing years.
I mean, what more can you put out there? I know you're not on a debate on this. I don't want to get you on a debate. I want to go by the rules of engagement which we agreed to. But I must get a comment, if you don't mind, separately from Kapil and Siddharth to this. Because I need to keep the debate contiguous, you know. So to what you've heard, do you mind if I get a reaction and come back to you on that? So,
yes.
With your permission, Kapil and Siddharth Sharma, you know that these are very important lawyers of the country, and
20 seconds
what is.
Just take 20 seconds response. Whenever you're done, just give me 20 seconds.
All right, you said the cat among the pigeons, Mahesh, as usual. Who goes first? Ishkaran is disappointed that Ishkaran is shaking his head furiously tonight that Harish Salve first and Mahesh Jetmalani are being questioned by Kapil Madan. And okay, fine, Kapil has the right. Go on, Kapil.
So yes, I'll just take 20 seconds. I heard, Mr. Jetmalani very patiently, and he was very, fervently referring to few critical observation from the Supreme Court. Well, he is entitled to, but I would just ask Mr. Jetmalani here. He represents BJP. Because it was Mr. Advani in 2009, he questioned the functioning of the EVM. So whether when he was referring to, those observations, whether he is referring to those observations qua Mr. Advani or not is my question to Mr. Jetmalani. Because
I'll tell you what he's referring to.
He got it. He got it now. He's replying now, please.
I don't think that Justice Datta was referring to Mr. Advani because Mr. Advani never moved the Supreme Court. Let me tell you who he was referring to now that you asked the question. He was referring to the same band of people who filed a similar petition in December 2018 before a bench, which, by the way, also consists of Justice Khanna, and which made the same stinging observations against the petitioners in that case. So he was referring to, in recent years, the attempt of people to repeatedly subvert our democratic system. Kapil Mazar, please, for God's sake, do not read judgments selectively. Don't misquote the Supreme Court. You people have brutalized our institutions already. You are misquoting selectively.
I'm sorry.
I'll allow Siddharth also to come in. He uses long language tonight. Mahesh Jetmalani says, you people. See the language he uses. He says, Mahesh Jetmalani says, Siddharth, you people have brutalized the electoral system. Brutalized it.
Institution is safe from your assaults.
A very clever admission made by Mr. Jetmalani. He does not dispute that Mr. Advani did challenge.
No. Don't try and go around in a spin on this one. He doesn't do that. He doesn't do that. He doesn't do that. That is neither the context or the interpretation tonight. Is Siddharth still there on air? Is Siddharth still there on air? This now.
He's not disputing that.
See, if we want anarchy in India, the real point is, and I go to rhythm, see viewers, I'll tell you one thing. There are people, when Narendra Modi first got elected, you know what happened, Rhythm? One person who was then an editor of a paper, now runs some small website. You know, he said that there are, you know, the electing classes. He says the masses cannot decide, the classes must decide. There's a fundamental disagreement with the fact that the masses of the country voted for Narendra Modi. That is how I see this in context. Siddharth Sharma is Aam Aadmi Party senior spokesperson, raised his hand. With your permission, Siddharth.
Yeah, I was trying to raise a very pertinent logistical question here.
To whom? To Mr. Jethmalani?
No, regarding the Supreme Court judgment and the implications of it. The implication right now is that right now there are less than 5,000 symbol loading units. The same unit is repeated in every round. Now,
everything will be. All this has been checked, yeah.
Now, for the next 5
all this
rounds,
has been
manufacturers will have to manufacture thousands of SLUs by May 1st, because the old SLUs will stay sealed. Now, coming back to what Jethmalani ji said, I think we cannot afford selective amnesia. In today's case, a senior leader from BJP, Mr. Dr. Subramaniam Swamy, was also part of the same case, asking for 100% VVPAT count. So I think Mahesh Jethmalani ji from BJP cannot hide from the fact. It's a fact, and it's nothing wrong in it.
I don't think Dr. Subramaniam Swamy is a member of the BJP.
He's an MP from BJP, sir. He's an MP.
He's not an MP anymore. He's not an MP anymore.
So are you disowning Mr. Subramaniam Swamy as being from BJP?
I'm not disowning him. I don't have to disown anyone.
But he doesn't speak.
Fair enough.
He doesn't speak for the BJP. The whole world knows. You think he speaks for the BJP?
Knows that except you.
He is a BJP member. He is a BJP member. He was a Rajya Sabha member of BJP. And
he was.
He was past tense.
How come Mr. L.K. Advani, Mr. GVL Narasimha Rao, who wrote a book, and they were the fathers. That's why I said in my opening statement, this entire EVM thing.
That's already been answered by Mr. Jethmalani when Mr. Jethmalani put it into context that there is not no Supreme Court. Don't try and diminish the debate with what you're saying. Will you or Kapil really answer what the Supreme Court said and Mr. Jethmalani actually read it out? Don't try and discredit and diminish the importance of the EVMs for your own motives.
In the early 2000s.
No, they are all being selective, Rhythm. Siddharth, with your permission, and with no intention to disrespect you, I invite your attention to line number 11 in point number 69 of the Supreme Court verdict today, which says, in the context of Subramaniam Swamy, it says, Mr. Jethmalani, that the court in Subramaniam Swamy case had directed gradual introduction of VVPATs to guarantee utmost transparency and integrity in the system. This direction, Mr. Jethmalani, was made to safeguard the right of the voters to know that the vote has been correctly recorded in the EVM. This direction has been completely implemented. The voter can see the VVPAT slip through the glass window, and this assures the voter that his vote has been recorded and will be counted. So the matter is settled. Mr. Mr. Jethmalani.
Yes, but the point is...
Mr. Jethmalani.
Why are they going into ancient history? Why are they not talking about the resounding defeat and the words of the Supreme Court today? They started relying upon the Supreme Court judgment, para 76. Kapil ji said, and then the rest of the judgment has escaped them. They have looked for a needle in a haystack.
So, Mr. Jethmalani, allow me to point out, you mentioned the credibility and who the person are. So let me also tell you, and all our viewers, it is the same organization that was the petitioner in the electoral bond scam that has exposed the government.
But
it is the same organization
that questioned the petitioner.
Don't forget.
Kapil, that's exactly what Mahesh Jethmalani started talking about. Look at para 5. They've questioned the bona fides of the association for these so-called reforms. Please try and understand, when you are going on putting out the media like Mr. Jethmalani is saying, you're not really coming to what the judgment stands for today. It stands for democracy.
Jethmalani is coming back on the debate. debate. He's coming back right now.
He can argue and he can defend.
Mr. Jetblani, louder.
He's now retreated from the EVM judgment and now he's going to the electoral bond case. But you said so. I take it that you've admitted that you were resoundingly wrong about the Supreme Court judgment. That yours was a selective quotation of that judgment, a selective excerpt which did not even mean what you said it meant. The bank, and he could not get the time that he was sought. He was
anyway,
2 months time, and then the bank had to give information in 1 day.
At least honor the Supreme Court's judgment, Kapil. At least have that much respect.
An organization that
they have given the people whom you are defending today a resounding slap.
At the same way,
don't defend them. By defending them, you are undermining the Supreme Court, which is your want. You will continuously undermine our institutions.
You can't,
even after they've given you a resounding slap.
You can't simply say that the.
Today Mahesh Jetblani is on a roll, and we've had a great debate.
As for the AAP representative, he would be better off looking at all the various scams and defending his leader in court now. He should focus over there. Starting with the liquor scam.
Jetblani ji, I think BJP needs you very soon.
Arey Baba, first go save your leader, then talk about EVM.
Has been found at the doorstep of BJP. BJP itself took the ED accused money from Sharath Reddy, 60 crore rupees. So I think the BJP
okay, we had
will you in the very near
gone to another case now, Mr. Jetblani.
This is a great show we're having tonight. Listen.
From EVM to electoral bonds.
Okay. Have we all agreed that we've had a great, robust debate tonight? We've enjoyed
it. But let's hear Ishkaran wanted to say something.
Ishkaran wanted to say something, yeah.
I just wanted to end with what the Supreme Court said while reserving the verdict. The Supreme Court observed, if you are predisposed about a thought process, then we cannot help you. So Mr. Jetblani, Ishkaran, Arnab, nobody can help them because they are predisposed to a thought process.
Yeah. No, you have to be open, you have to be flexible, you can't have a mindset. Correct, Ishkaran. And we've had a great debate tonight, viewers. And it's great to have Rhythm back on air after quite some time, ladies and gentlemen. And on the other side, I have a fantastic political guest for you. This is a man who makes headlines, who goes viral the moment he starts speaking. There's something magnetic about this gentleman. His name is Himanta Biswa Sharma. And he said a few things yesterday which have gone completely viral on the social media. On the other side, he joins me on his estimate, not just of Assam, but nationally. Himanta Biswa Sharma, one-on-one on the other side.
Co-powered by Simpolo Tiles and Bathware.
चल हो जा शुरू.
From the Delhi studios of Republic TV, it's time for the debate.
Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. Now it's time for the nation's sharpest opinion. And the question I'm asked most often nowadays, wherever I go, meet people, interact, even when I speak to people on the phone, and when people who know me, call me, and they ask just one question: Arnab, what do you think the number is going to be like? Is it going to be 330 NDA? Is it going to be 400? Is 400 possible? So I thought I'll give you a deep sense of the way things are going today. And I've thought that I'll take a little twist on my show and get you the real newsmakers, the people who are making the strategy. Let's get them on the program so that you can interact with them. So where do we stand today? 191 seats of the Lok Sabha have already been decided. That's more than 35% of the Lok Sabha whose fate has been sealed in the EVM boxes. And ladies and gentlemen, my reading of the election so far is, from what I see at the poll booths, from what I'm picking up from the ground, from our reporters, from what I'm seeing from the feeds that stream into the Republic newsroom, is that the BJP led by Prime Minister Modi is just getting started. And as someone who has observed Indian politics for years now, my belief is that Narendra Modi is silently and smoothly moving into fifth gear. He's looking happier, more content, more confident, and as he is doing this, you are seeing a BJP which is not just sure about winning this election on record, but is lethal in its political response and thereby is setting the agenda. So when the Congress party walks into this election trying to sell a minority reservation Muslim quota card, the BJP in this fifth gear mode will wallop it up and go for the jugular in terms of its response. So you are going to see the BJP shifting gears across its central leadership and its state leadership. They are functioning like an army. And one such leader who is leading the BJP's fight, this is a man who goes viral. His name is Himanta Biswa Sharma. He's hugely popular, not just in Assam, but nationally. People feel he has a sense of Indian politics. He's very, very sharp. And therefore, viewers, if you were to talk about game changers in this election, and you can see there Himanta Biswa Sharma is on the frame. If you look at game changers in this election, this gentleman on the screen, Himanta Biswa Sharma, is at the center of that. And yesterday he said something which went viral, and I told him that when I messaged him this morning. He said, if Mallikarjun Kharge wants, he will not get a BJP audience, but he said if Mallikarjun Kharge wants to join the BJP, he said I will escort him and take him to join the BJP. Now Himanta Biswa Sharma has also lambasted this entire narrative of Muslim appeasement and led the charge on one thing and one thing alone: executing a development model set by the Prime Minister, executed in the states. So the reason I have called you today, Mr. Sharma, and I'm really grateful that in the middle of your really hectic campaigning, you're making time for Republic, is so that you can give me a little candid insider sense. You know, this is going to be watched by drawing rooms across the country, many people watching you live, many people excited to listen to you, many clips will go viral. Inside story, Mr. Sharma. As practical as you are, what is the situation after the second round of voting? What is the feedback you are getting from people across the country? What are you hearing? What is the BJP leadership thinking? And is there any truth in what people are putting out that the first phase of polling went a little under par in terms of the enthusiasm of the voter? Mr. Sharma.
Arnab, first of all, let me demolish the low voting turnout, because I have seen some of the people of ecosystem, so-called ecosystem, is propagating a new concept that there is a low voter turnout, so there is the low enthusiasm for BJP. Let me speak out from my ground experience in Assam. This is the first election where mobilization from the Congress side is totally nil. Congress candidates are not in the field. Congress supporters are not in the field. Congress agents are not in the booth. So, usually in an election, mobilization takes place from both sides, from BJP as well as from the Congress or so-called India Alliance. But this time, in absence of the mobilization from the opposition, obviously 5-6% vote percentage has to be come down, because in a cricket match, the supporter from both the party has to come to the stadium. If there is a match between India and Australia, only those who supports India, if they come to the stadium, and those who support Australia, they doesn't come to the stadium, then obviously the number of total audience will be impacted. So our own assessment is that BJP voters has come to the vote, they have voted enthusiastically, but there is a lack of competition on the ground. The sense of competition is not there. We are getting huge turnout in our meeting. When you see two meetings between Congress and BJP meeting, the level of participation is 100:5. Earlier, which was 70:30, 60:40, but this time it is abysmally low. So far as opposition party is concerned or their meeting is concerned. So low voter turnout, so-called low voter turnout theory propagated by the ecosystem actually goes against the Congress party, not against us. I am in these two phases, I am confining myself in Assam. So far, 10 seats has gone into election and we are winning all the 10 seats.
Now, Mr. Sharma, again, so what you are saying, viewers, please note every word of what Himanta Biswa Sharma is saying. He doesn't mince his words and he is giving you the answer to the question which is on your minds. People are asking, why was the voter turnout less? Himanta Biswa Sharma says the voter turnout is not less of the BJP. He is saying the opposition voter turnout is less. He is saying the Congress mobilization is not there. It is not my problem. My voter is coming out. Now, Mr. Sharma, then why is the voter turnout less in Tamil Nadu? Tamil Nadu is not traditionally a Congress state.
That shows that even the DMK supporters or Congress supporters, they feel that what is the meaning of giving votes? Anyway, Prime Minister will be the Narendra Modi. So I am saying that, some people are making responsible BJP for high turnout. BJP can be responsible for 50% of the people, 55% of the people. I do agree today that BJP doesn't control over 100% of voters. BJP has a goodwill among 60% out of the total cake. So how the rest of the 40% will behave? I cannot be responsible. I can be responsible for the 60%. Now the so-called left ecosystem, social media ecosystem is saying, no, BJP has to be responsible for 100%. The 100% people has to come out to the polling booth. Otherwise, we will presume that this election BJP is not winning. Are bhai, BJP can bring its supporter. BJP admit that we don't have goodwill among the 100% of the voters. We have goodwill among the 60%, 70%. So those people who want to invest their goodwill with BJP, they have come out and they have voted for BJP. Now in Tamil Nadu, DMK supporter has not come to vote. AIDMK supporter has not come to vote. Congress supporter has not come to vote. How can I be responsible for that?
Now, of course, you can't be responsible for that. Can we go a little deep? You know, people are excited to see you with me tonight after some time in the middle of an election. They are saying, don't let him go. We want more questions. Some questions have come. I know your party workers will want to take you away, but Himanta dai, ইমান সময় আপুনি মোক দিব পাৰে কোনো প্ৰবলেম নাই
না ঠিক আছে
আজি অলপ মানে ৰিল্যাক্স হৈ পেলাই কথা পাতক ৰিল্যাক্স হৈ পেলাই and off late he's walking around in a t-shirt. Can you see he's very relaxed nowadays? Okay, Himanta da, the real question is Assam has a very big Muslim population and therefore people are saying you got 9 out of 14 last time, that is your limit. And this time, because of Muslim polarization, that number you cannot go beyond that. You are saying you will get 12, 13. How will you get? How will you get when almost over 30%, 35%, many places, Borpeta, other places, almost Muslim majority? How can you even dream of getting 13 seats out of 14?
Arnab, let me explain Assam political landscape a little bit more. As you say, we have 36 Muslim population so far as 2011 census is concerned. But probably by now, we must have clocked 37 or 38% of Muslim votes. In absence of 2021 census, let us presume it as 36%. Then we have 4 to 5% of Christian votes, which are not very enthusiastic to support BJP nationally. So it's a 41 voting percentage vote, which are said to be against us.
Yes.
But this time, Assam is witnessing an interesting phenomenon. meeting of Muslim people joining in my rally is much more than the traditional voters of BJP. We have identified that there are deprived classes among the Muslim people. If you go to the Karimganj seat today, that is a Muslim is 3 lakhs higher than Hindu in that election, that seat. But I can vouch that we are going to win that seat because the traditional Muslim communities are divided into 4 groups. One group called Chaudhary, who were landlord. One groups called Talukdar, who were semi-landlords. Then there is a groups called Maimal community, who are fishermen basically. There is a group called Kiran Sheikh, who works under the Talukdar and Chaudhary. This time there is a total rebellion of Maimal and Kiran Sheikh community against the upper strata of the Muslim hierarchy. Now these Maimal and Kiran Sheikhs are demanding that instead of caste census among the Hindus, there should be caste census among our Muslim community because we are being deprived, we are being exploited. Now they are openly voting for BJP. They are showing their votes after coming out. They are giving interview to the media that we have voted for BJP. If you today capture the mood of local TV channels in Assam.
What you are claiming is, viewers, important point, Himanta Biswa Sharma is saying, I have broken the Muslim vote. It's very
completely.
He says, I have broken the Muslim vote.
In the middle.
In the middle, 50-50 breaking of Muslim vote, Himanta da?
100%.
50% Muslim for you, 50% against you.
Yes. That is also now, there is a social reason. It is not that they like Himanta Biswa Sharma. The social reason is, they are saying why every time there is a caste census among the Hindu, there should be caste census among the Muslim. We have Jalha community, we have Maimal community, we have Kiran Sheikh community. Ethnically, we are not one. Religiously, we are one. But ethnically, we have our identity.
Also, is it true? I want to explain this to national audience because what Himanta Biswa Sharma has done, and he's called a Chanakya of politics in that sense from the Northeast, is he has broken the Muslim vote into Bangladeshi vote and ethnic Assamese vote. Assamese Muslims and Bangladeshi Muslims. Is that right, Mr. Sharma?
There is Arnab, there is a further subcategorization now. Among the Bangla-speaking Muslim population also, the Maimal community, the fishermen community, the Kiran Sheikh community, the Jolha community, now they are saying that there should be a caste census among the Muslims. Why Rahul Gandhi is demanding caste census only among the Hindus? Let there be a caste census among the Muslims. So now there is a social revolution is going on. After the election, I will give you the number of the center, number of the polling percentage. Speaking on Republic, I can say across the board, I got 20% Muslim votes today. And in particular seats of Karimganj and Nagaon, our voting percentage has gone up to 35, if not 50-50.
They don't ask you that Himanta Biswa Sharma comes on big events nationally and says, please don't go to madrasas.
They are very
Stop
happy.
madrasas.
They said we will not go.
Don't they see you as anti-Muslim?
No. All the, Arnab, you can say tomorrow a camera crew to Dhing, Rupohi, you know all the places.
Yes.
Dhing, Rupohi, Lahori Ghat. They will say that this government has resolved our flood problem. This government is giving us our due without appeasement, but we are getting our entitlement. Tomorrow, one national TV disputed my theory. Then I invited their camera team with me for a campaign trail 3 days back. After that, they said that, this is amazing. It can't be believed. I said that a huge social transformation is going on among the Muslim community. It is happening. It is sharpening more and more. And you see that after this time, when Modi ji will be the Prime Minister, there will be more demand for the caste census among the Muslim community. There will be more demand will come from them for social and economic empowerment.
Now, nationally, do you think BJP will lose out seats in Karnataka?
Karnataka, after, I mean,
like they say they maxed, you know, they got 24, 25 last time.
Last time we have 24 seats. Now, as there is a Congress government and some economic benefit is said to be transferred. So normally, in my political assessment, I started with 20, 21 seats. I thought we might lose 1 or 2 seats here and there. But after this Neha episode, and after the blatant appeasement, that talking about Muslim reservation, I think the election Congress has made a self-goals. And Congress is not going to get any seats in Karnataka. You can take it from me. Last 10 days was a difficult days for the Congress party. And I believe either Mr. Siddaramaiah or DK Shivkumar, either of one has made sabotage the election and put lot of self-goal on their side.
What do you mean sabotage?
I believe either one of them has sabotage. Which
what
one
do you
I
mean?
don't
What
know.
do you mean sabotage?
Because otherwise, why they will talk about Muslim reservation when people of Karnataka is already angry with the murder of Neha, already angry with the kind of atmosphere of love jihad, already angry with the Rameswaram cafe bomb blast. At that point of time, why you will talk about Muslim reservation?
No, but you are talking. No. Are you saying either DK or Siddaramaiah are working against the interests of their own party deliberately?
Obviously, because they see a weak, Arnab, they want to see a weak Congress high command, so that chief ministership is, they are not capable of changing chief minister. So the weak high command is in the interest of the regional satrap. So all these things, which funnier things has happened in last 10 days in Karnataka.
No, internal sabotage. Internal. So your internal Congress party is deliberately playing the Muslim quota card to help BJP.
As a political person, otherwise, why people will talk 10 days before election about Muslim reservation in a Hindu majority
But they've
state?
always said that. They've always talked about it. It's always been on the agenda. You know, Congress has been for Muslim quota in Andhra also.
Normally, if I would have been in Congress, there would have been order. Please do not speak on this thing, on this line. They will anyway vote for us.
You have some inside story.
What was the need of amplifying that?
There is some inside story. You have some information. You have some information. You have some information. You have something.
Otherwise,
something you know. No. Something you know here. Because all these Congress people are your friends only. You were in Congress. Everybody in Congress knows you. You have got some inside track. You know something is going on.
Something I know. That is why I am speaking frankly before you, because election is now over in Karnataka. After Neha's murder, they should have been overcautious. But instead of overcautious, they become more casual. The chief minister visited Neha's place, although she is a daughter of a Congress councillor. After our national president visited the family. So you can see the body language, you can see the discussion. And also, because of formidable JDS and BJP alliance, when statesmen like Devagowda openly supports Prime Minister, the Karnataka has to go in BJP side. There has no other alternative.
Who is working against Congress, DK or Siddaramaiah?
That is you have to deploy. You can't have a ready-made source.
But you have a source there, I think.
There is a reporter. You have a whole team. So you are paying.
No, but you are in touch with everyone, Himanta. So I am told that everybody, viewers, you know, the one thing about Himanta Biswa Sarma is, I'll tell you, and he can't deny it. You know, everybody across the country is in touch with him. Everybody is in touch with, even people who don't like him, opposition leaders. Everybody is in touch with him. So he knows the inside story. That's why I'm asking him today to reveal the inside story to me frankly. And I can ask him. I've known him for a long time. I can take some liberties with him, which some other reporters may not take liberties with him. So tell me one thing. Would it have been better to have an alliance with ADMK? At least you could have got some seats in Tamil Nadu. Now you're only talking of vote share.
No, Arnab, my own information is that we are going to have a very good good results in Tamil Nadu. And you do not go by the theory that it is 39-0. But having said that, in South India, particularly in Tamil Nadu and Kerala, we are not asking for 542 seats. We are requesting people of India to give us 400 seats. Tamil Nadu and Kerala, BJP has a long-term objective. We need to grow organically there. Everything cannot be because of seats. You will ally with any party here and there. In Orissa, BJP alliance should have been a phenomenal. It would have been much better than any other alliance. You would have owned all the seats. It would have been better than AIDMK BJP alliance. But we need to grow. We need to expand. It is a party backed by a solid ideology. So ideological expansion is equally important than the seats. Every election, BJP wants to expand ideologically. So
but you are not expanding ideologically in Maharashtra? What is the ideological link with Ajit Pawar? And because of the lack of ideological base, is your result in Maharashtra going to be soft? I mean, you are very friendly with Devendra Fadnavis. You have a personal friendship with him. But isn't it hodgepodge in Maharashtra?
No, Arnab, you do not compare Maharashtra with Tamil Nadu.
No, I'm not comparing.
Maharashtra with Kerala. Because Maharashtra, we have rule over the state. We have a solid organization. And we are number one party, what it may come. But Kerala, Tamil Nadu, it is an ideological battle for us. So we need to expand organically. We need to expand. We need to counter left. We need to counter those who want to annihilate Sanatan. So Kerala and Tamil Nadu is more an ideological battle for us than the seats.
Now on a national level, your audio, you went muted. I lost the audio. What happened? Can you unmute?
Kerala and Tamil Nadu with other states.
No, will you lose seats in Maharashtra?
No, I think Maharashtra, we cannot lose seats. You have not understand the Modi wave. Modi wave is very strong. I am not saying anything about state election in Maharashtra. It has to come, it will come. It is still 6-7 months. But the Modi wave is so strong. You don't have to explain. The people of Maharashtra has a more stake than people of Assam. Because if India grows economy number 3, the people of Maharashtra will be directly benefited. The economic engine is there in Maharashtra. So people will vote prudently. People will vote for Modi. When people goes to the ballot box, 2 pictures come into their mind. One, Mr. Gandhi, other Mr. Modi. Choice is very, very direct. There is no third choice available with the people.
You won that choice, Himanto Da. You won that choice. Who wants that choice? You won that choice. It makes it easy for you. It makes it easy.
Because that's because this election is to make prime minister. This election is not for chief minister.
When did Himanto Biswa Sharma think Rahul Gandhi is prime minister material? When did you start thinking he's prime minister material?
That Rahul Gandhi is a projected candidate for India Alliance, and that is why India Alliance will have seats below 40.
India Alliance below 40 or Congress below 40?
Congress party, sorry.
Congress below 40. Congress below 40. How is it possible?
It is possible. Nobody is going to vote for Congress in this election. I am repeatedly telling India's political landscape will change after this election. There will be BJP versus regional party. Nobody will go to Sonia Gandhi and Rahul Gandhi for alliance after this election. Indian political landscape will be a fight between one national political party and with the other regional parties.
They are trying to project Robert Vadra and Priyanka Gandhi right now. Priyanka Vadra.
I wish Mr. Vadra contest from Amethi. After all, they are family seats, and I am strongly requesting Congress leadership.
They are even
that
going to Ayodhya temple now. You have been saying that they insulted the Pran Pratishtha ceremony, but they are going to go to the Ram temple to seek blessings.
No, let's see. If they do not go, that cannot be a political narrative. They have missed the bus. They have insulted the Hindus. They have insulted Prabhu Sri Ramchandra. Now, for voting, he even goes to temple hunting also. So before election, going to the temple is not a new phenomena for Congress party. You will see that before Madhya Pradesh, Rajasthan election, Rahul Gandhi keep on going to temples.
Yeah, but you know, the analysis that is going around is that if you see the debate has become so sharp between first phase and second phase, Muslim quota, inheritance tax, Mangal Sutra, you know, everything to polarize the Hindu voter, and the narrative is going around in sections of the media that the BJP is nervous. No, allow me to come. BJP is getting nervous. Yes. BJP is getting desperate. That's why they are playing the Hindu-Muslim card.
Arnab, you are so much seasoned people. When a cricket match starts, the first 5 overs and the last 5 overs has got lot of differences. As you see election going up, the issues will be more debated. You want election spirit to come down. The first phase lays the foundation. From second phase, people started betting. So even our speeches are now become more focused.
Why focused on Hindu-Muslim issues? Why focused on Hindu-Muslim issues?
Some issues are dear to us. Nobody can stop us from raising it.
But do you really think they will snatch? Do you really think Congress will take away Mangal Sutras from Hindu women and give it to minority community?
They will not take the full Mangal Sutra. They will take 50% of the Mangal Sutra. Sam Pitodra luckily has said that we will not impose 100% inheritance tax. He said that we are going to impose 50%.
But Jairam Ramesh clarified.
What clarification has come?
He says that those are his personal views.
No, what is personal view? Can I today, coming into a national channel, and can I give a personal view in the midst of the election? When it backfired, it became a personal view. It cannot come out from Mr. Sam Pritoda's mouth unless it is discussed between Jairam Ramesh, Rahul Gandhi and himself. It cannot be. What is meaning of doing X-ray of financial resources? What this word means? I'll do a X-ray. Are you a doctor? What do you mean by X-ray? Can't you say
X-ray means find out how much Muslim community has been disadvantaged in the country.
You have. X-ray means kind of hatred you have.
Hatred to whom? Hatred to whom?
To the people who has Mangal Sutra, who has something to pass on to their sons and daughters. Hindu family earn money not for themselves. We earn money for our kids. Your father has kept the pensions money for your kids. Even some parents save their money for their grandchildren. Our ethos is completely different from Western ethos. It is not Rahul Gandhi's ethos. It is not Sam Pretoda's ethos.
No, you really think that they are...
We do not earn money for ourselves. We earn money for our kids.
No, you
How can you rob 50% out of that?
Do you think Congress is an anti-Hindu, pro-Muslim party? I mean,
Congress is anti-Hindu, that I can say.
And
completely anti-Hindu.
Pro-Muslim?
If they are anti-Hindu, they have to be somebody's pro.
But then why are you playing the Sharia angle today? Amit Shah said today, Himanta Da, last 2 minutes, he said, Rahul Gandhi ji se main पूछना चाहता हूं कि पर्सनल लॉ को आप आगे बढ़ाएंगे तो क्या ये देश शरिया के आधार पर चलेगा? It's a very heavy comment. Very heavy comment. No? You think they will bring Sharia law in the country, or is this just election spinning?
Arnab, आप simply बताओ, मुस्लिम पर्सनल लॉ का बेसिस क्या है? शरिया है. अगर आप यूसीसी नहीं लाने देगा, आपका ये नॉन स्टैंड है कि हम पर्सनल लॉ को रेस्पेक्ट करूंगा, मींस आई विल नॉट ब्रिंग यूसीसी. मुस्लिम पर्सनल लॉ इज बेस्ड ऑन व्हाट? सरिया. आप क्या 3 शादियां करेगा? ये नहीं होगा. और आपको सरिया का कानून हमारा देश में लाने का इजाजत नहीं मिलेगा. जो अमित शाह जी बोल रहे हैं, इसी को ही मैं दोहरा रहा हूं. ना मुसलमान चाहते सरिया, ना हिंदू चाहते हमारा देश में सरिया है. एक लोगों को 3 शादी करना, बाल विवाह करवाना, ये हमारा मंजूर नहीं है. इसका खिलाफ आज मुस्लिम भी है. कांग्रेस फंडामेंटलिस्ट का साथ है, लेकिन नेशनलिस्ट मुस्लिम बीजेपी का साथ है.
Himanta, give me your number now. Give me your number. Just give me your number, because this is now the part where I will start recording you, and I will remind you. Just give me a number. Practical.
No,
don't be guided by what your party is saying. See, I respect
Arnab,
you as a political
Arnab,
person.
Once the election is election process is completed, I will WhatsApp you my number. I did earlier also with you. And even during the state election also, I'll do that also. But one thing I can say, that do not go by the pitches of first phase, second phase. The pitches, election pitches will go high as we enter more deep and deep.
Achha.
And once it is like a typical cricket match, the first 5 over will be slogged, then the playing will be more hard and hard. So we are going to raise more hard issues before Congress.
Okay.
We want to unnerve them. We want to completely expose them that you are more for Pakistani audience, you are less for Indian voters.
You see, viewers, this is such a clear aggression in Himanta. That's why he goes viral. Himanta, a lot of people watch you in Bengal also. You know you have a following in Bengal. You were one of the party people who are handling Bengal. And last time, I can now reveal, you had told me before the election, Arnab, we will get more than 15. I had doubted. You got 18. I'll ask you a question in Bangla now, for Republic Bangla. You answer a little bit in Bangla, so I can carry it in Bangla, and little bit in English, so everybody understands. Himanta, প্রশ্নটা হলো কি আপনার কি মনে হয় এবার পশ্চিমবঙ্গে কত সিট পেতে পারে বিজেপি? ম্যাক্সিমাম বলুন, বাংলায় বলুন।
না, সিটটা বলা এখনো ঠিক হয়নি, কেন আমরা ফাইট করেছি ফর 100%. ইফ আই সে কি আমরা 30 পাবে, 25 পাবে, তবে এটা প্রশ্ন হবে কি বিজেপি অলরেডি সারেন্ডার 15 সিটস. বাট আপনাকে এটা 100% বলবো কি দিস টাইম দেয়ার উইল বি টোটাল রিভলিউশন ইন বেঙ্গল. বেঙ্গল ইজ ভোটিং ফর বিজেপি কমপ্লিটলি. এন্ড আপনারা দেখুন ইলেকশনের পরে একটা অসাধারণ রেজাল্ট আসবে. অসাধারণ রেজাল্ট আসবে।
20, 25, 22, বলুন।
জিতার যে রেজাল্ট এখনো কল্পনাও করা যায় না, এরকম রেজাল্ট আসবে পশ্চিমবাংলায়।
সেটা আপনি দিদিকে চ্যালেঞ্জ করছেন ওপেন করে?
দিদিকে তো আমি চ্যালেঞ্জ করবে না, দিদি আমারও দিদি, বাট ফ্যাক্ট ইজ ফ্যাক্ট।
Okay, viewers, I'll translate that. He has said that there will be an extraordinary result in Bengal. And Himanta Biswa Sharma has a very deep understanding of Bengal, not committing on numbers. You know, it's such a pleasure talking to you. National numbers, you will WhatsApp me. We will continue to be in touch. Numbers are going viral. Every word you're saying is being followed. Mr. Sharma, please go back to campaigning. And thank you for joining me.
Thank you so much, Arnab, and all your audience.
Okay, thank you very much. Himanta Biswa Sharma, look at the energy levels of that man, and he's in the middle of a election meeting right now in Guwahati. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to The Nation Wants to Know, our series where we speak to the most important personalities in India and around the world, people who are shaping the future of India. people who are shaping politics, governance, society, different aspects of life, and also global personalities. Recently, we spoke to the Crown Prince of Iran a few days back, and today I have with me, in the middle of the elections, someone whose career I have followed very closely. And it will be wrong to only call him a veteran in Indian politics, because he is a pioneer. He has done things and introduced forms of governance when they were unheard of. He is the pioneer in e-governance in the country. And he is also a man who has been written off many times. Many times people say he is past his prime, but every time he makes a comeback. So he is the comeback man of Indian politics. A bit like Sourav Ganguly in cricket. Every time you thought Sourav Ganguly lost his place in the Indian team, he would come back and score a century. So Chandrababu Naidu, it is a pleasure to have you on The Nation Wants to Know on the Republic Media Network. First of all, thank you very much. You have a very hectic campaigning schedule. So let me begin by thanking you for your time today.
Thank you, sir. Very nice of you to be with you and also to have this occasion for me. Thank you.
Thank you, sir. Chandrababu Naidu ji, I will come to the point, right, headline question right at the start. There are assembly elections in Andhra Pradesh. There are 25 loksabha constituencies which are at stake. So the question is not only how many seats the NDA will get from Andhra Pradesh. The question is whether Chandrababu Naidu and the BJP plus TDP combination will be ruling the state of Andhra Pradesh as well. So since you have always been candid, can you tell me in terms of numbers, not exit polls, in terms of numbers, how are things looking for you in Andhra Pradesh, both in the Lok Sabha level as well as the assembly level?
As you rightly mentioned, both elections are coming simultaneously. 100% we are confident we will win the elections. Public are totally frustrated because of this governance, very bad governance. Everybody is suffering a lot, not only one religion, one region, one section. All people are the victims of this governance. So we are 100% confident that we are going to win 160 plus MLAs and also 24 plus MPs. If possible, 25, we wanted to win MPs.
You're saying that you're going to do a complete and clean sweep of Andhra Pradesh? That seems difficult at the assembly level. You are maybe undermining, maybe you're undermining Jagan, maybe you're undermining the YSRCP, which continues to be a formidable force, Mr. Naidu.
You are right. At the same time, people are fed up with this governance. He asked one chance, they have seen one chance, then people are thinking no chance for him. That is the mood of the state.